I thought I'd give an introduction to what I imagined this channel would be. Unfortunately, I'm giving it now when the channel is not completely formed or really even had any time under its legs. But I will tell you what my goals and intentions are, and then maybe I have to change this introduction video down the road when it becomes something else. The whole point was that I love reading news and reading about politics, but I kept running into the same stories and over again. For example, nowadays, the trial of Michael Jackson's doctor. I'm finding it on the Christian Science Monitor, I'm finding it on the New York Times, finding it on CNN, I'm finding it on all these sites that really make it seem like it's a much more interesting or important story than what I think it really is. I wouldn't mind if the Christian Science Monitor did the take on the trial and then the New York Times did something else. So as I found, like, I was constantly seeing these same stories repeated over and over again, I thought there's got to be a lot of other stories there. So it really wasn't that hard to find a whole bunch of other stories. And so my goal, what I really wanted, is I wanted to go to a YouTube channel where I would click on it on Monday morning and it would in 5 minutes give me a whole bunch of stories that I hadn't heard anywhere else. Ideally then I could look into depth on any of the stories, or maybe even the channel would dive into one of the stories, but really just a quick synopsis of things that are going on elsewhere. And I'm not talking about insignificant, post office broken into in Okoboji, Minnesota. I'm talking about stories that are actually of national importance in one way or another. The way I decided to gather these stories was just to go to each of the cabinet posts, there's 15, and see what press releases they've had. It turns out that, and I learned a lot about these cabinet positions, a little bit about how they work, the actual variety of departments that are in each of the cabinet positions. And so that's been interesting and fun for me along with this. But it's not really hard, except for the Veterans Department, to find something that's happening in every department that I hadn't seen anywhere else. So I really hope you enjoy this channel. Ideally, if it functions the way I envision it to function, you would come in on a Monday morning, you'd watch a 5-minute video, and you'd get a slew of stories that were interesting and might make you think and might make you want to research on some of the stories that you're just not going to see anywhere else. Now, out of the 15 stories I do, you might find 2 that or 3, or maybe all 15 that you had seen somewhere else. But I really am, as I watch the news, if I do find something I'm going to post, it's because I haven't seen it anywhere else. Anyways, I really do hope you enjoy this.